This video will be over chapter 32, Ancient Greek Drama. The first major topic in this chapter is the Oedipus story. Versions of the Oedipus story were part of an oral tradition hundreds of years before Sophocles enacted it as drama. A complicated tapestry of guilt and revenge, generational conflict, loss, and gain. The playwright takes the material of the Oedipus myth, folds and manipulates the time span, and molds it into one of the central texts of our culture, a play whose subject is the essence of human character, the relations of character to destiny or fate, and the links between the middle world of human life and the upper world of the gods. Oedipus discovers the truth about himself, and this leads to a desperate act of self mutilations, which ironically turns his vision dark and allows him to see for the first time enormity of his sin. The second major topic of this chapter is ancient Greek drama. Our sense of narrative was born on the lips of Greek poets reciting heroic tales of their ancestors. In the golden period of Greek culture, these plays, which the Athenians considered the highest creations of their best artists, became a central part of civic life. They simultaneously portrayed the honored past and the difficulties of life in the moment and projected a future in which human life coexists with that of the gods. The plays honored the history of Athens, also honored the power of the gods and goddesses who might be prevailed upon for protection. The system of faith, as best we can tell from scattered references throughout Greek drama and later commentaries, was grounded in the pantheon of gods and goddesses from heroic times. The third major topic in this chapter is going to be conventions of Greek drama. Sophocles is not, of course, the only playwright of consequences from the classical period. Others include Aeschylus and Euripides. Routinely, 3 such plays would be presented in succession at all festival, followed by a 4th or satire play, which provides a kind of comic relief, enabling the actor to appear on stage as many different characters in elevated shoes and persona. Orchestra, which is the area in front of the scene or stage where the chorus sang and danced. By convention, each play was composed of 5 parts and arranged in what is sometimes called the Apollonian mode, after the Greek god Apollo. The first part is the prologue, in which the audience learns of the problem of the play, the complication that the characters, and especially the hero or protagonist, must face. Following the prologue is the paradox, the chorus's first odi, the song and dance of the chorus. Next comes a series of episodia or scenes. Each scene is followed by another choral odi or stasimon, the chorus's interpretations of and response to the action of the preceding scene, including the final choral poem, dubbed the paeon. Before the last scene of the play, last is the exodus, the concluding scene, followed by the final lines of the chorus. The fourth major topic in this chapter is Greek tragedy, a particular art form that treats characters in life in a certain fashion, that is to say, presents its stories as illustrative of the lives of the high figures. Hebrews, a fall into debt or misery or disrepute. The Greek concept of hamartian, defines as a mistake or error in judgment, is the essential element in tragedy. Dramatic or tragic irony sums up the relations between the plays and its contemporary audience, the citizens of classic Athens, and gives birth to a particular relation between all art and the audience in modern times. The hero cannot know his fate, may not even be aware of his offense, but the audience does know. Propitiation, or reversal of circumstances, is an element of Greek tragedy, meaning that an action has the opposite result of what was intended. Anagnorisis is a change from ignorance to knowledge, producing love or hate between the persons destined by the poet for good or bad fortune. Catharsis is an emotional renewal in the spectators, and with this, a vision of wholeness. The impact of the tragic form of drama is probably greater than that in any other ancient creation. And that is it for this chapter 32.